In 1972, I just went to the recruiters and joined the Air Force. The reason is my older brother, 2 years older, he received a very low draft number. And it seemed like everyone, including my friends who were older, when they got drafted, they were put right into the Army infantry. I wanted to be able to choose my branch of service, thinking I was going to get drafted also. So I went ahead and joined early the Air Force, and I went active duty in 1973. And in 1975, when the Vietnam War officially ended, I found a job. It was called personnel readiness. And that career field involved reviewing and revising combat plans based on what was happening in the world. So that was, of course, highly classified. It also involved ensuring all the units maintained a high combat readiness state. And if any unit dropped low, then we really had to focus on getting that unit back up to being combat ready. I'd been working combat readiness for 18 years. April of 1988, I came to work and I had received a short notice tasking for me to actually go overseas to a location that was classified toward the Middle East, and also to review, potentially revise, update combat plans. Before I went overseas, I was told to get on a secure network and get a classified briefing about this location. And that's when I learned that I was heading into the third most dangerous location in the world. That's what it was deemed at the time. At that location, I'd been there about a month. Unfortunately, we had been identified as being a specific target of a rogue nation and what was considered the #1 world terrorist organization. We went up into a heightened security status at that time. It had a total change for what I did, because at that point on, immediately I became the chief of the recapture team and the chief of the emergency destruction team. Then December of 1988, this is the third week of December, my beeper went off and I had to run to the comm unit, and I received a top secret flash precedent bulletin. And I found out later that it's extremely rare that any military person ever sees even one of those. So I read it to the group. Then at the bottom it said, destroy this immediately. And a few days later, my beeper went off again, and the same thing, I received another top secret flash bulletin. And then at that time, everybody had to go permanently to their battle stations. And because I can say one line of what was on that message, that flash message, it said, attack is in progress. I couldn't talk about that first message that we received, and I still can't, but I found a newspaper clipping that I've carried this in my wallet since 1988. I don't know why. There was 2 targets. We were only one of them. We survived. They didn't. Air Force sent me to another location in the States. During that time, I was having anger issues, kicking things, and I was having nightmares. Wake up in the middle of the night, swinging in the air, punching in the air. And so I went into counseling, and they connected me up with a VA later on, and went through some counseling with a VA and got to where I understood it and got control of it. Drove me to trying to understand myself, and that's what drove me toward getting a master's degree in counseling. You know, it all ended up with me being able to work with veterans who face post-traumatic stress, combat stress, and even the PTSD, which is the disorder, and to be able to work with them and help guide them through it, because I've experienced it. And I'm thrilled because I'm still to this day able to help veterans through that. About 27 years as a civilian, and then 3 years ago I had 45 years total with the Air Force, 19 of it active duty, the rest of it was civil service.